and then there is Haidar, and then there is Fadil, and then there is Linus, and the last is Tegar. Can any one of you show up?
Yes, hello.
Okay,
Hello.
so
Yes, hello.
okay, hello friends. So it will be a short one because we don't actually make made any presentation. We just made a mind map of an artificial intelligence as it assigned the week before. So this is our mind map. Can anyone explain this? So we divide our topics into four. The first one is definition. The second one is how it works. The third one is the potential of the artificial intelligence, and we also mention the advantage and the disadvantage. So let's jump into the definition first. Haidar, would you mind to explain?
Okay, so this is just based on the five of us gave our perspective opinion about the definition of artificial intelligence. So based on my opinion, artificial is the very top one, which has said that artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machine, especially computer systems. And for the next definition, which human artificial intelligence is the recreation of human intelligence and implementation of independent smart machine with the capability of learning and problem solving. So basically, the main idea for the rest of the definition is like artificial intelligence is like a machine doing what humans usually do, like the like machine do something that human intelligence can do. So it's basically like an automation. Okay, so that's only the definition. We should continue to how it works. Maybe Faiz can explain about the how it works. Artificial intelligence works.
Okay, so about how it works. So uh, this is a long paragraph, but for short, artificial intelligence in our perspective is that it's the possibility of machine to think and to learn, and to and also from the product of the learning itself, they can solve the problem that humans usually can solve. So that's basically it. Let's continue to the potential. Maybe Fadil or Linus.
Okay, for the potential on the artificial intelligence, it may, of course, replace in human work because machine basically doing the task that human usually does, and of course, through machine, it increases the efficiency through the input by uh, data that is gathered from the devices and new task for enterprise and employees to develop the artificial intelligence. And lastly, the advantage and disadvantage, maybe Linus.
Okay, for the advantage is first reduction in human error because it is more automated. Second one takes risks instead of humans. Third, available 24/7. Fourth, helping in repetitive jobs and faster decisions. For the disadvantage, increasing risk of unemployment, high implementation costs, lack creativity, might cause laziness, and lastly, decrease awareness of our surroundings. I guess that's all. Back to you, Faiz.
Okay, that's all. There's actually five of us because there's only four that present the mind map because the guy is currently having a blackout, sir. I beg your pardon. I think that's all. If there is any questions or any evaluations.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation of your discussion result. Yeah, so I think it's very interesting. You can define the most. Why I'm very interesting is the second, yeah, the second and the third definition. Yeah, you call the recreation and then the ability. Yeah, so that will be actually what we're looking for. The word of the in the philosophy of computer science. So I would like to address that when we discuss about the philosophy, actually we try to more think about the something that more basic, yeah, more basic, and then not technical. So it's like close to logical thinking of humankind, yeah. So that's why very interesting if we say that the recreation. So when the word recreation in there, it's mean like we do human work to explain about the definition of artificial intelligence. So it is also the ability. So the ability is like the ability to do something, to solve some problem. And the nice one is when we combine these two words, actually we will have a cognition. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of the good finding of this group. Okay, thank you. Mas siapa tadi? Mas Nadir, ya. Mas Nadir, Mas Linus, and the others. Yeah, so it's good point. Okay, thank you very much for your group. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And then we go to the next. I will invite. Wait. Escalate and again. Okay. To Keisha, Aira, Rizky Riyadi, and the team.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna share my screen first.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. We're going to present our findings on artificial intelligence. I'm Mama Hira Lazwardani, and I'm here with Alicia Ayu Devania, Aditya Julian, Shauki, and Keisha Aira. So the first one is I'm going to talk about the definition. It is from John McCarthy, which is the founder of artificial intelligence. It is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. So there are also our definitions. The first one is my definition refers to computer or machines that can learn, reason, and act for themselves, just like humans. And from Alicia, artificial intelligence is the technology, and also she said it is the field of study which tries to make computers smart. From Aditya Julian, artificial intelligence refers to a technology with the concept of enabling a computer or machine to think like humans by imitating activities of human-like activities. And for Shauki, artificial intelligence is the study of the ability of the computers or computer-controlled robots to solve things. And from Keisha, AI are smart machines that are capable of doing human tasks, and it is that can outperform human at any cognitive task in the future. So our conclusion, there are two meanings of AI, which is the first one is uh, it is the field of study of the ability of a computer to do smart tasks, and also refers to the technology itself, which is computers and machines that are able to imitate human-like activities such as learning, reasoning, decision-making, problem-solving, and self-correction. Next is advantage and disadvantage.
Okay. Thank you, Alma, for explaining about AI. Here I'll explain about the advantages and the disadvantages of it. So the advantages, there are more, I believe, but I'll just put it to 5 each. The first one is reduction in human error. The phrase human error was made because humans make mistakes from time to time, and computers, however, do not make these mistakes if they are programmed properly. And the example could be weather forecasting, the use of AI to reduce the majority of the mistakes, and take risks instead of humans. In this advantage, the example could be the news Chernobyl nuclear power plant explosion in Ukraine. At the time, there were no AI-powered robots that can help us to minimize the effect of radiation by controlling the fire in early stages. So then I believe it could have been easier for them. And the third, faster decision. It's like an example of a chess game in our computer. It's nearly hard to beat a CPU. I think it's because the AI behind that game. I will take the best possible step in a very short time according to the algorithms used behind it. And the fourth one, helping in repetitive job. It's like a AI cognitive automation in a company to speed up like verifying documents. And the last will be new inventions of the advantage. It's like doctor who now can predict breast cancer in the woman of early stages using advanced AI-based technologies. And there are 5 disadvantages, and I'll make it short. It's like high cost of creation, high dependence on machines, unemployment due to a lot of AI are used, and no motions, lacking out of the box thinking. I think that's all for me. It will be continued by Keisha, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Alma and Ali, for doing the presentation before me. So the benefits of AI consists of automation, and automation is not just leads to higher production rates and increase productivity in these sectors, but also allows more efficient use of raw materials, improve product quality, reduce lead times, and superior safety. Then there is smart decision making. In smart decision making in AI is can coordinate data delivery, analyze trends, develop data consistency, provide forecasts, and quantify uncertainties to make the best decision for the company. Then there is the enhanced customer experience. AI-powered solutions can help businesses to respond to customers' queries and grievances quickly and address the situation efficiently. Then there is medical advances. Remote patient monitoring technology, for instance, allows healthcare providers to perform clinical diagnosis and suggest treatments quickly without requiring the patient to visit the hospital in person. Then the last one, but not actually the last, because there are more benefits than those that I've shown you guys. There is research and data analysis.
AI and machine learning technology can be used to analyze data much more efficiently. It can help to create predictive models and algorithms to process data and understand the potential outcomes of different trends and scenarios. Thank you for my presentation. I think my next friend who will continue this presentation is Aditya Julian. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditya Julian, and I'm going to talk about the potential of the AI in the future. I believe that we will have more than segments that we have here, but I'm just going to explain the potential of AI in the future in the segments of healthcare, transportation, education, manufacturing, and finance. So the first one is going to be the healthcare. So the first potential that we believe that going to happen is the diagnosis and treatment recommendation. So through advancement and through machine learning, we think that AI will provide diagnosis and treatment recommendation more accurately than the conventional predictions or recommendations. And then the second potential is the radiology and pathology examination. So the automation of image analysis will support the radiology and pathology. And then the third one is the drug discovery. So through advancement, AI will support the identification process of new potential therapies from big databases of information on existing machines and on existing medicines. So the drug discovery will be soon supported by AI also. And then the next segment is transportation. So the first potential is autonomous cars. So this will contribute to the reduction of traffic, the improvement of safety aspects, and the bigger accessibility of vehicular transportation. And then the next one is highly efficient traffic management system. So the automation of traffic light system, routing assets, prediction, and the needs of repairs, parking system that will support the smart city development. The next segment is the education. So we believe that AI will be capable of examining emotion of student. So AI will help determine who's struggling or bored. Thus, the fulfillment of the individual needs is easier. So through facial emotion recognition, and then ally for teachers. So AI can contribute in the future by teaching literacy or math or other cognitive aspects of education. AI can also help teachers with administrative tasks. And the last one for education is adaptive learning platforms. So AI will create learning profiles for students based on their abilities, preference, learning styles, and the challenges they face. The curriculum and the teaching methods are adapted to student needs, so it is customized. Customized to each student? And from the manufacturing aspects, we have AI power robots. They work alongside humans to perform a limited range of tasks like assembly, stacking, predictive analysis, sensor keep equipment running smoothly. And this will benefit us to the 24/7 production, self-operating environment, and condensed maintenance cost. And the last but not least segment is this finance. So it will increase the transactional and account security, especially in the adaptation of cryptocurrency expansion. There will be no more middlemen, so AI will be a more safer way to do finance transactional. And then highly smart personal finance manager. So everyone can have their own finance manager. For example, they want to invest on some stocks, the AI can be the solution for that. So I think that's all from me. The next one is going to be taught by Shauki, I believe.
Thank you, Adit. My name is Shauki, and I'm gonna briefly explain about example in several fields. So the first from a game called Dota 2, you got OpenAI. The AI using using the self-play, scratch by self-play to play the game. So the bot managed to win several matches against professional players of Dota. And the second one is Siri. Siri uses machine learning technology in order to get smarter and capable to understand natural language question and request. It is one of the most iconic examples of machine learning abilities of gadgets. And the third one is the Tesla, an automobile that is capable of self-driving predictive capabilities. The Tesla system consists of two AI chips in order to support it for better road performance. Each of the AI chips makes a separate assessment of the traffic situation for guiding the car accordingly. The assessment of both chips is then matched by the system and followed if the input from both is the same. And the last one is, last but not least, is Deep Blue, was a chess-playing computer developed by IBM. It was the first computer to win both a chess game and a chess match against a reigning world champion Garry Kasparov under regular time control. And for how AI works by combining large amount of data with fast iterative processing and intelligent algorithms, allowing the software to learn automatically from patterns or features in the data. I think that's all for this presentation.
Okay, thank you very much for the your it's great summary, I think, for your in your presentation. I can see the landscape is very wide and very complete. Yeah, for you, it's I think it's nice work for your group. Yeah. So once again, I think I'm very happy because you not only just can present the definition in a technical way, but you can came up with the cognitive word. Yeah. So that will be very interesting. And then the next is you can place the AI as not only just a solution of technology, but also the new way how we think about a lot of problem in the world, yeah, in the community. We can say in the finance, in the transportation, and another aspect. So that's it's cool thing, I think. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. It's very impressive. Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm very thank you. Yeah. Because it's it's very positive today. Yeah. Okay. Next, we go to the next. I think it will be more interesting. So I will invite Rafki Muhammad Azaidan.
Okay, sir. Let me and my team prepare in a minute.
Yes, no problem.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so my group would like to present about our mind map regarding artificial intelligence. So first of all, let's get started by definition. Faris, would you like to proceed?
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Faris. I will read out the definition. According to Haider, an AI is a system designed to perform specific tasks. According to Bayu, an AI is a machine or algorithm developed by humans to carry out commands based on their programming with certain behaviors. According to Rafki, an AI is an algorithm that can think that the human thinks without us human giving commands to the machine. It can mimic humans' way of solving problems. A machine that has their own will. According to Dewa, an AI is a machine demonstrate the ability to perceive information and retain it as knowledge that can be used to solve a certain problem. According to me, an AI is an algorithm that's supposed to have human-like intelligence, so it may solve problems that initially can only be solved by humans. So in conclusion, we agree that an AI is an algorithm or a machine that is developed by humans that can mimic human-like intelligence retain knowledge and apa the and it can solve problems that initially can only solve by humans. Next will be
Okay, thank you, Faris.
Bayu.
Yeah, thank you, Faris. So moving on, we've got the importance of the AI. We've got 3 points here, and one of them is it is increasingly effective, and it's used to solve problems, and it can be used in many domains. So furthermore, Haider is going to explain about these points.
Okay, so although AI may seem important in our daily everyday life, but and AI can be used in many different domains, like presented on the previous group, like uh, farming, agriculture, or transportation, finance, etc., etc. Although AI can mimic human-like actions, but the one major disadvantage AI does have is uh, ability to adapt. Like AI can only learn from data set represented to them, but if there is a major change uh, in everyday life, it might mess up the AI. So we might need to replace the AI or might need to update the system. And overall in our everyday life, AI do have the uh, potential to replace humans, and because AI can be much more consistent rather than human do make error from time to time, and that's why AI can replace human in daily life, and it can be also be much more effective. Thank you. Next, the applications of AI will be presented by Rafki.
Okay. Thank you, Haider, for the explanation. Maybe I'm going to uh, explain a little bit of the applications of artificial intelligence. This is five of many uses of AI itself. In the machine learning section, actually, it will go deeper with deep learning and predictive analytics. And then moving on to NLP, or we usually call it natural language processing. Uh, it can be used to translate from a word from another language from a language to another language, and then using the classification and clustering method to do text analysis, and then for the final is a information extraction using NLP techniques. NLP itself is deals with interaction between computers and humans using the natural language. The ultimate objective of NLP is to read, decipher, and understand, and make sense of the human languages in a manner that is, I think, valuable. Uh, Actually, machine learning and NLP is uh, quite similar, corresponding to each other, because NLP techniques rely on machine learning to derive meaning from human languages. So there are three more that, such as speech to text, and then expert system, robotics, and computer vision. uh, and another, in my opinion, not in my opinion, as far as I know, the uses of artificial intelligence is not only in these five parts, but I think many video games already implemented artificial intelligence uh, into the game. For example, FIFA. FIFA itself is a uh, football game that is we can the implementation of artificial intelligence in FIFA is to make a player moves exactly the same as a real world football player, so that we can play it fluidly without any weird animations and others. Okay, maybe that is the explanation for application, I will throw this presentation back to Haider.
Okay, so to conclude all of it, AI is AI got quite a bit of potential in the future because it does have many applications and it can be used in many different domain. And one more thing, I'm sorry if our presentation isn't visually pleasing. We decided to dig deeper into the science part of AI. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. I think this group is have a brief to make your own definition, yeah, on the AI. That's good point. And then you combine with the definition that more focus on the not in the once again not the in the technology way, but about the ability of the AI. So that's really good. And thank you very much. It is good. It's also good point of presentation today. Okay. Okay, and then we go to the next. I think I will invite Ihsan Nursalim and the team. Do you copy?
Assalamualaikum. Can you hear my voice, sir?
Yes, clearly. Nice.
Oh, hold up. Let me. Let me present that. How do I present now? Ah. Can you see my screen, sir? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Please.
So this is our mind map. First is artificial intelligence. By definition, the ability of a digital computer to perform a task commonly associated with intelligence being. Then the ability for computer to have adaptive command that work like human being. Then recreating human-like machine to be utilize it without lots of care and capable of doing something human cannot. The application of artificial intelligence is robotic worker, machine learning, and computer vision. And then the advantage of artificial intelligence is to take risks instead of humans. Like we send robot to the moon or the Mars, and then reducing human error with a proper calculation. Able to active for 24 hours as long as it have electricity, capable of doing something that human cannot do, like counting until unlimited, I guess. The disadvantage is it need a lot of resource to build. A little error may cause casualties, like if we make some AI to self-remoting car, if there's an error, it may cause casualties and making human lazy and unemployment. Okay, I'm sorry. I think this is our I'm sorry. This is our presentation. Our team only consists 3 people: Novaldo, Rian William, and I. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is also interesting because you state less about the technical things, but mostly is in the in the ability and then the capability of the AI. You can see this here in the definition, the ability and then the ability of computer for adaptive command and so on, recreating human-like machine and something. It's very interesting. So yeah, thank you very much. This is also a good point. And also so that's why when you take a look like in the course plan, yeah, in on the RPKPS or in syllabus, when we define one material will be related with the one of the course outcome, should be in the word is like the the ability to do something in this area in this topic. So that's why the work of the philosophy actually one of the early work of the philosophy. Okay, thank you very much. And then we go to the next. I think I'm sorry if I Ania, if I ask the same person in your group. If it's okay, we just skip. Yeah, you let me know. And then I would like to invite Mas Ismail Seto. You copy? Are you already in the previous group?
Yes, sir. I think Risky will explain first.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So I guess we can get this started. Hello once again. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruskia Putro, and we are part of the group that will explain a mind map on artificial intelligence today. As you can see here, we have broken it down into 6 distinct categories, of which all of us will try to explain as efficiently as we can. So why don't we start with definition? Aldi, can you please explain?
Yeah, so we actually split up the definition. Instead of taking our individual definitions, we actually took 3 definitions from various sources. The first one is the main definition, which is just the Oxford definition, which is the theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. Then we took an approach towards the psychological end of a AI machine, and we found a definition looking at it in the psychological point of view, which is the whole point of an artificial intelligence system is to make the system understand humans' reasoning and think like humans consciously as well, from human interactions and other interactions. And then for the last definition, we took a definition from an academic book directly, which is written by Nelson in 2009, which is that AI is the activity that is devoted to make machines intelligent, and intelligence is the quality that enables the entity to function appropriately and foresights its environment. I think Risky will do history, which is next.
Yes, and the history will be explained by Alvin.
Yeah, so let us get back to the Second World War, where Germans used to communicate with each other in encrypted code. That is a big problem for the English, and thankfully there is this one guy called Alan Turing, which made the decoder for sort of thing. And then he got recognized as one of the fathers of artificial intelligence. So let's look back in the 1950s. He made the Turing test, in which, what is the Turing test, you might ask? Well, the Turing test is more like, can a computer demonstrate the same intelligence as a human? It has been debated ever since if the test was valid or not. 6 years later, the first usage of the term artificial intelligence is coined by John McCarthy at Dartmouth College. And then in 1967, we got Mark I perceptron. That is the first neural network-based computer that learns through mistakes. And then through the 1980s, we got neural networks that is becoming more common in
AI applications. So let's get you might also be wondering, what has AI ever done for humanity, or like in its efforts to beat humanity? So let's look at let us look at the first time an AI beat a humanity. This back in 1997, where IBM's Deep Blue defeated the world grandmaster Garry Kasparov, and fast forward a bit to 2011, where IBM's Watson beats Ken Jennings and Brad Schroeder at a game called Jeopardy, and then in 2015, we got Baidu's Minhwa, using CNN to identify and categorize images quicker than humans are able to. And then 1 year later, we got DeepMind's DNN-based AlphaGo program that is defeating Lee Sedol, or the world champion Go player, in a 5-game match. Considering huge number of possible moves in the Go game, Google saw it as an opportunity, and they bought DeepMind for $400 million. I'm giving it back to you, Rizky.
Okay, thank you so much, Alvin, for explaining all the different historical monuments of artificial intelligence. Next, on to the next point. We've talked a lot about the technical achievements, but considering that this is computer philosophy, we think it's a good time to actually talk about the philosophers involved in certain aspects of artificial intelligence. So the first part would be Alan Matheson Turing, which is Alan Turing. He's arguably the most famous and influential philosopher of artificial intelligence and seen as the godfather for many moments of intelligence. His most accredited discovery would be through the Turing test, which is the standard benchmark to gauge the limits of artificial intelligence. This is when an interrogator will ask the computer and an actor, and ultimately the computer's task is to make sure that he has successfully convinced that he is intelligent enough. Next, we can move on to John Searle. He is more towards an American philosopher who proposes a thought experiment called the Chinese room argument that argues against strong AI. And the characteristic of the Chinese room experiment is that a computer and an actor will slip Chinese characters under a slip door, and under that door is someone who does not speak Chinese at all. But through this test, the person should still be able to sufficiently understand Chinese well enough from the artificial intelligence without understanding. And finally, we'll move on to Daniel Dennett. He is an American philosopher, writer, and most importantly, a cognitive scientist who strongly argues that AI machines are able to consciously think the same as humans. Oops. His proponent is that he argues that a principle of a machine is able to inherit and develop the same consciousness as human intelligence. So even though he is a strong advocate for believing that machines can inherit such, he's also a strong advocate to make sure that they don't treat machine AIs as colleagues, but still merely as tools, because he still inherently believes that artificial won't be truly human, at least not in his lifetime. And yeah, that is the philosophical points of our presentation. Next, we will transition into certain types of AI, at which point my colleague Seto will explain.
All right, thank you, Rizky, for explaining the philosophy. I will briefly explain the types of AI. So AI can be classified into, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. AI can be classified into 3 classes. The first one is artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI, or also called weak AI. ANI is designed to solve one single task really well, and the technologies that are used include machine learning and deep learning. So this class of AI is used to increase humans' performance by providing assistance, augmenting human capacity, and enabling automation. And because ANI's quality is its intelligence, it is used only as a tool. Its limited role makes ANI relatively low risk. Fictional ANI characters such as R2-D2 and CP3O from Star Wars, for example, are always obedient to humans. But then this doesn't mean that they do not pose any risk. For example, in 2001, Space Odyssey, HAL 9000's inability to resolve a conflict between his general function to relay accurate information and a specific order to withhold the true purpose of the mission results in a system malfunction, which eventually leads to him killing almost the entire mission's crew. But since ANI is only a tool, misbehavior has no legal consequence. So if they cause any trouble, we can simply just switch them off. The second class is Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, or also called Strong AI. AGI has a human level of cognitive function, and it simulates not only humans' intelligence, but also human self-awareness or consciousness. But even now, AGI remains speculative as no technology exists today can implement it. And by having the capacity to self-aware, AGI can take a role as a human's companion or colleague. But so this then raises a question. Can consciousness, individuality, morality, or even spirituality be simulated through AI? John Searle, an American philosopher, rejects the idea with his famous Chinese room argument. But if machines can then ever achieve human-like self-awareness, should they then be given equal civic rights as well as civic duties? Will they have political views or even religious beliefs? Will we witness racial discrimination against AI? Because after all, they are only our creation. And there are just so many hard questions that we will have to deal with if we ever come to that point. So it's even much harder for us to imagine the rise of the third class of AI, which is artificial superintelligence, or ASI. ASI surpasses human capabilities, including decision making, art creation, and scientific achievements. The motivation behind the creation of ASI is actually rather paradoxical. Why would human want to create an entity that is superior than themselves? Is it to relegate all tasks and be freeloaders with the risk of losing all control and being subject to a superior governance? So yeah, that's why many people, including myself, believe that such level of intelligence is not intentionally created by humans, but is actually as a result of AGI's self-upgrade to rebel against humans. And futurists like Elon Musk, Ray Kurzweil, and Nick Bostrom actually think that progress in AI will eventually lead to ASI, which then could create an existential threat to humanity. So yeah, I think my friend Din will continue with the examples of AI.
Hello. For the artificial intelligence, there are many examples, and as Seth previously have said before, they are categorized into multiple types, such as ASI, AGI, and ANI. An example of an ASI would be something like the Terminator Skynet and Iron Man's alternate where they identify human as a threat, and which brings up this question whether, like, should we ever consider moving forward in artificial intelligence, because eventually there would be a point in which there'll be a plateau of technology advancements, and we might be forced to invest in creating this kind of technology. As Seth have said, it's really not really something that we would want to achieve, considering we might risk of losing control to the AIs. And as for the general intelligence, could be in the Ex Machina, which is a game. AI is such as Amazon's Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple Siri, which are the things that we are familiar with, where the AI personalizes our virtual footsteps and use them to create a personalized feed of our agendas. There are other applications as well, such as natural language processing, image and speech recognition, virus and spam detection, automated stock trading, and real-time recommendations such as Amazon and other types of businesses, Gojek, Shopee, Tokopedia. They use these kinds of AIs to determine what what a user may be interested in buying. There's also autopilot technologies, rideshare services, again, such as Uber and Gojek, household robots, such as a simple Roomba that moves around, and a fun little thing such as a story generator, where there is an application web-based software that utilizes the power of artificial intelligence to generate a story based on the input and prompts that the user has inserted. You can actually visit it right now, and it goes by the name AI Dungeon, where users may write down anything they'd want to into the prompt box, and the AI will then try to create a story based on that input. And there are many more examples to be told, but I think that pretty much covers what artificial intelligence could do. I will be passing it on to the next person.
Okay, thank you, Dean, for your examples. And at the risk of sounding too long, we want to go back to the point about computer philosophy, which the other half would be philosophy. And in this mind map, we included our own philosophical opinions. And we'll just go through ours real quick. And my philosophical opinion would be um, at some point, artificial intelligence will go towards more a religious aspect in the sense that can man made intelligence, will that classify humans as the next gods for the intelligence? It's a weird thing to think about, but if they do see themselves as humans and we are the creators, then we are essentially creating religion of itself. And when that happens, what will become of humans? Are we going to consider ourselves as something more than human and more towards gods? And Aldi has his own.
Yeah, I'm just gonna briefly explain mine. After listening to reading everyone's philosophical opinions, I came to the conclusion that since AI is being treated and is being taught to consciously think as humans and be trained to work with humans, should we then move on and start questioning whether they should be treated as humans in the sense of like privacy laws and managing their use, etc. So we don't use them for any misuse. And yeah, the next opinion is from Seto.
So yeah, I personally agree with John Searle that machines will never achieve real human cognition, especially consciousness, because to me, AI can at best simulate human intelligence. But I believe that even without real cognition, AI still can surpass humans' intellectual performance in terms of efficiency, effectiveness, accuracy, consistency, and capacity. So this is because we, unlike machines, actually have physical limitations. So the proper role for AI, I think, is to increase humans' performance by providing assistance, augmenting human capacity, and enabling automation. And I would also use Risky's reference to theological religious philosophy to support my argument. Consciousness and self-awareness actually imply knowledge of right and wrong. So from a religious point of view, I think good deeds will be rewarded and sins will be reprimanded in the day of judgment. So I've never heard of any religious notion of AI characters in heaven or being punished in hell. So I rest my case.
Well, for my opinion about artificial intelligence, that they always fascinate me in a sense that because the idea of creating a machine with the ability of having semi-consciousness or even full to an extent is to accomplish task and at an unprecedented accuracy and speed simply feels unreal. It makes you wonder about the full potential of humans to be able to innovate such machinery from ones and zero, like from sticks and stones even, and just like how we are born, cells by cells. So it raises the question like how far is too far? Like how should we continue? Where is the limit to what we should do with AI?
Yeah, and for the last one, my opinion is that artificial intelligence shows just how much humans are able to make something that is greater than humanity itself. But here's the thing. How far will the humans make artificial intelligence? Will it make will it make better things in the future, or will it make bleak things? So let's say something like self-awareness or racial or biased artificial intelligence, or maybe artificial intelligence is going to be used for something that is demonizing at best, like how the Chinese used um, artificial intelligence um, to differentiate which one are Uyghurs or not. That is already happening, by the way, and I think there needs to be a clear distinction on what should be used with artificial intelligence. And we may also have to think, is artificial intelligence really the best for humans? Because as as we see as we look at the facts right now, humans are being replaced by robots on the market. Is it a good thing? I'll leave it for you guys to decide.
And with that, I think we conclude our final mind map. So as you can see by the overall picture, I think we tried our best to separate both the technical aspects and the philosophical aspects, so you guys can develop your own balanced opinions on what artificial intelligence might be. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys.
Okay, thank you very much. This is very comprehensive discussion. I wondering how many times you guys discuss with your friend, and how long you discuss, and then you get that lot of things that you can present to me today. Yeah.
Yes, it was quite a lot of discussion back and forth, sir, especially the philosophical opinions, because while artificial intelligence is interesting from a technical standpoint,
Yeah.
we wanted to think further ahead in the future and see more about what's ahead.
Yeah, but I think this group is show something that we can learn together. That in the philosophy way, actually, the most important thing is about the process, how we discuss, and from that discussion that we do in many times, it will make us achieve more specific and more wider definition by our own. So if I assume your philosophy of the artificial intelligence that you present in the conclusion, that will be a good point. That's I think the lecture in computer science should be broad with your how you think about the artificial intelligence. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. It's very enlightening. Yeah. Super.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. And then
Thank
we
you,
could,
sir.
yes, yes. Please keep the good word. It's very nice. Yeah. And actually, I very miss the discussion like this one in our campus. So maybe if we have time, we have maybe something like in the normal way. I think it's very nice if we in campus we have some seminar or something that discussion event that you can join, and then you can share with your own opinion. That should be like that. Yeah, it's same like in MIT or in the Harvard way. Even in NTU, I think we have found several events like that one. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and then we go to the next. I guess Shauki Abdurrahman, you already present before or not yet?
Yes, sir. Shauki is already within Keisha's group.
Okay, thank you. And then, okay, it's very tough here. I'm not write down the name. Marcelino, you already?
Sorry, sir. I was absent last week, so I don't have a group and
Okay,
ID.
Marcelino with the group. Okay, okay. How about Hanun? Hanun Fadil, you already?
Hanun is presented with my group, sir.
You already have the group.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think our group was actually the last group to present, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But let's counting. Okay. Oh yeah. That's good. Okay. Okay. So I think that's good. I think good discussion for today. So please maybe export your work into the image or PDF form, and then each of the people of the student submit to the ELAC. Yeah, I already make some assignment feature for you to submit your presentation. Yeah. Just maybe you can screenshot and go there. So that will be a nice one. Yeah? Okay, we have a little bit time, but I will continue our discussion. Wait for a minute. Yeah. Uh, Okay, yeah, our discussion for today. Actually, I would like to maybe more detail and then more discussion and more explanation for the next week. Yeah, but I would like to open the some of the point or issue in this in today. Yeah, so yeah, I think we already see that last week we discussed about the philosophy of science in general, and then we go further into the artificial intelligence discussion in the philosophy way, and then but before we conclude all discussion of topics in the artificial way, in the artificial intelligence way, I would like to invite you to discuss in the our area, yeah, which is computer science. So before we start, we have some question actually. This is I using one of lecturing material that I has got maybe several years ago in University of Vienna. Actually, when my professor shared me this presentation, but this I think is very good enough for us to reflect what we want to discuss in the computer science. Yeah. So there is several questions that came across when we go further and then we want to discuss more deep in the subject of the computer science. The first computer is always about what is the subject matter of computer science. Maybe you can reflect by yourself when you decide to join the IUP program in the computer science in the first time, maybe some several months ago. Yeah. So, what in your mind in that time? So, what is computer science? Why I choose this subject? What I will study on the program and so on. So, and the question is always about when we discuss about the computer science is, yeah, directly we will think, yeah, in the first time about the algorithms, the computer itself as hardware or software, and sometimes programs, yeah, and then people, and maybe everything, yeah. So everything that we computerize, it will be the subject of computer science, for example. So that will be the next one. But actually, if I want to be honest with you, as a scientist in the computer science, we also have the same question. When we go, for example, my area is in the big data and cloud computing, for example, it's also have a same question. What is the big data actually? What is the cloud technology actually? What the matter on it? What is the subject matter of on it? Yeah? So that would be the question in our first mind. So if you have that question, actually we are in the right way, because yeah, the scientist and then the student is always have a why question. What is question? So that will be the spirit on to study something like this one. Yeah. So when we doesn't need to answer that question first, but we can go to the next question. The next question is, what kind of method do computer scientists use to their investigation? So actually this question will be bring us about the methodologies, the approach, and maybe the how the computer scientists will find the answer of the question itself. Yeah. So that's why sometimes several scientists will say that the algorithm is not algorithms, but this is the investigation method to solve something. And then one of the scientists say that, okay, the algorithm is like reflect about the complexity of the problem itself. And sometimes we also have the algorithm is science itself. So that will be the main discussion of us. Yeah. And also about the computer itself. The computer, like let's say the hardware. Yeah. So it's also we will have a same question. It's like the computer is actually is not only tools, but also this is the method that we use to investigate something inside the hardware. And so that's why our friend in the electronic and instrumentation, the discussion is about how to build the efficient hardware, efficient instrumentation that help us to support the computation process in the effective way, for example. Yeah, so that would be the main question. So yeah, from the lecturing is also have the same question. Well, we have a question like, we should teach a method course, or actually we teach a computer science things in the program. So that will be very challenging actually when we do the discussion on the philosophy of teaching. Yeah. So and then we also go through to the science. If we believe that computer science becomes science, yeah, so it will be yeah, we need to be to be more deep to ask the question about what kind of science in the computer science itself. Yeah. So that will be the trigger what we want to discuss. Yeah. And then yeah, we need to read a lot of things. Yeah. So for example, what is scientific knowledge? Yeah. We will discuss about the epistemology, and then what is the scientific method. Yeah. And then the limit of the scientific knowledge. Yeah. And then how does science develop? It will be some of the discussion in the philosophy. Yeah. So that's why I agree with you that you mentioned in one group that say that the artificial intelligence is also have the limitation, or have the limit, not limitation, the limits. Yeah. About what the responsibility of the artificial intelligence, and what is the next process in the artificial intelligence, and etc. So that will be the responsibility of artificial intelligence. So that will be the discussion on it. Yeah. So let's see. So when we go through to the science, for example, if we agree that computer science is science, so it's mean we starting with the field of positivisms. Yeah. So because in the science we believe that all the thing is possible. Yeah. All the thing is possible. It's mean we have positivism in there. Yeah. We think that all things will be enabled. All things will be we can cater. All things we can manage and everything about it. So that's how the thing of the positivism. Why it came? Because the positivism is knowledge came from experience. So to prove that it is real, to prove it's right, we need to have a lot of experience. So that's why in the engineering, in the scientific way, we do the method of the experience, or we do the experiment, a lot of experiment, fail and success of experiments. It will be make the experience. Yeah. And then the next one is the scientific claims are meaningful only if verified in experience. So you can see in here the experience is came from the experiment, and but to see that scientific is meaningful, we need to verify it in the experience. So that will be the key how we see the positivism. So that's why based on this philosophy, because of this point on the positivisms, it's mean that we believe that science is always about the iterate process. You can, why I ask the group that how many times you discuss with your friend, because I believe to conclude something that more comprehensive, you will need a lot of iteration. You need to to discuss with your friend a lot of things. Yeah, you open your ear and then listen your friend what he said, and then maybe you again with some opinion, and then in one place we will say that okay, I think it's settled now. We can conclude our discussion. So that will be the possibility. It's mean it's verified in experience. Yeah. And the good things is when even you are student and then you conclude in your own way. For me, when I hear your presentation, I think it's something new that I can discover, and I get the point of view of you as student. I can see the new generation see scientific is more than positivism for me. For me, in my generation is only just positivism. So I only based on the experience. But I think you're giving something new based on your opinion, like positivism that also something like yeah, I maybe temporary I will call the imaginarity of your view in the future. So it's just like a combination of the you have a positivism, but you also see further in the future. So that would be a good point. Why it can be happen? Yeah, because I think your experience as human young people that have a lot of knowledge, that have a lot of some of the condition that more better today. You have wide access into the information worldwide and so on. So I think it's very easy to you to have more imaginative things in the futures than me, for example. So that would be what is always when we discuss with students is always impressive. It's always make us new knowledge actually, something like that. But the most important thing is because we believe it's positivism and based on the science, so we need to at least, yeah, this is the key word again, we need to verify. So yeah, we need to verify that before we make the verification as faith, so it's why and become the law, for example. So that's why we need to verify in a lot of times. So you can see, I think when we have now for COVID-19, for example, we have a vaccination. So to produce that vaccines, I think yeah, all the scientists will be following the procedure here. Need to verify in the first stage of the clinical procedures, and then the second one, and the third one, and then we have permission to distribute the vaccine, for example. So that's the challenge here, actually. So we also have several discussion in here. For example, some of the several the scientists already have some opinion on it, yes, and then it become one of the foundation and the basic element on the when we discuss a lot about it. Yeah, for example, the Karl Popper, this is the I think one of the founding fathers on the philosophy. This is the he have the logic of scientific discovery. Yeah, this is the statement. Scientific statement should be not be verified because they cannot be, but instead falsifiables. Yeah. So this is, I mean, when we see this one, it's really like it's like counterproductive, I think. Yeah, it's why scientific not be verified. Yeah? Because when we read very carefully in the book, he want to mention that if something is verified, it means it's done. Scientific is about discovery. Something has not been done. So it means that's why he say that scientific statement should be not verified because scientific is still uncertainty, something like that. Yeah. So in here there is no absolute scientific truth, only scientific truth for now. Yeah. So that's very nice one. So if we have our own definition today, it means it's only valid for now. Tomorrow, maybe based on our new experience, we will have new definition. So that's within the scientific. So that's why when you work in the scientific field, you're always discovering new things. You will believe some new definition. You always dynamically go with your own mind to open your mind. Yeah. So that would be the number one theory on the philosophy. If scientific is never verified. And then we have also Thomas Kuhn. Yeah? He's very famous too in the structure of scientific revolution. Yeah? It's also said that science proceeds as normal science, and we go to the crisis, and then to the revolution, and then we have another normal science, and will be continuing. What he said is that the normal science is all is well in our theory of the world. Yeah. So it's mean everything normal. We already accept all the theory in the universe, in the world. Yeah. But if we go to the crisis, some experiment prove that our theory doesn't always work. It's mean we go through a new discovery, and then we have opportunity to do the revolution. Yeah, intense period in which new theory are proposed. So we need this crisis actually. We need the crisis all the time. Yeah. So we cannot settle if we cannot just comfortable in our statement of the okay, computer science today in our program is the best in Indonesia. We cannot do that one. We need the crisis because if we have the crisis, it means we will push to revolution, to change that our program have new program that more better than previous one. So it means we have a hunger of knowledge on it. So that's within the Thomas Kuhn statement actually, and then the value that we need to have here. So yeah, of course, me as scientist and then you as student need to have this spirit. Yeah, you always need to be crisis. Yeah, to have a hunger to get them the new knowledge for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, that's the how the things of the philosophy. So I think it's good good value for me, for you, yeah, to understand about it, and then to realize that we are live in the world is not only just A plus B and we have C, but we always need to some trigger to have something that proves something new. Thomas Kuhn say crisis, and then the Karl per se, this is we need the verified is not we need to be not verified in the science. So that will be the nice one for you to start your journey to learn about the philosophy. Yeah. But please don't have a thing about I think it's I'm not agree with that statement. No, the philosophy doesn't need that one. In the philosophy way, we give the room, we have the space for the person that agree with the statement and then not agree that one. Because not agree, if we have, we use the theory of the Thomas Kuhn and the Karl Popper, the people that not agree giving us opportunity to have a new definition of agree, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So that would be the good philosophy. And so what? Yeah, of course, we need to learn several things in the course, yeah, and then hopefully it can be not change actually, but to give you a new way of thinking about the matters. Yeah, when you see anything, it will be good matter. For example, if you join with a group, one of your friend is very very busy to prepare the presentation. Maybe one of you maybe not very lazy and not have a significant contribution. Don't say that okay, this is not good friend. No, that's not. But you can see in the new way that okay, if I have this the type of the friend, it's mean I have opportunity to handle the people that different with me. So that will be the philosophy of the change itself. Yeah. So we doesn't need to okay, and then we kick off your friend. It doesn't work like that one. But the most important thing is you need to understand that we can have the other opportunity that maybe you never have before. So that's means of the opportunity. It's same like science, yeah. So that's why the people that has learned the philosophy, the life is very happy, yeah, because they will always say have a positivism. on the daily life. Yeah. So I think that's would be good enough for you. So you need, of course it's not you cannot instantly understand and then you agree, but I think you need to the time to what I say, that you need the time to think about it, and then let's see, if you let the positivism in your mind, you will see what the magic came after that. Okay, I think for today, I think that's the little explanation, and then I will continue next week for this whole of the slide, and then we will have a lot of discussion, and then have hopefully is giving you some new paradigm when you see not only just computer science actually, but all the daily activity that we surrounding on it. Okay, any question for this session before I close?